Right, let's talk about Tottenham. Let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur and why they're not in as much trouble as people seem to think they are. So Tottenham have lost 3 games in a row now in the Premier League. They've lost to Chelsea, they've lost to Wolves, and they've lost to Aston Villa. All in different context. The Chelsea game, they went down to 9 men. There was a lot of VAR decisions against them, some for them, and that was a bit of a chaotic game. It's hard to judge on that one. They conceded 3 goals to Nicholas Jackson, so clearly up in the wind. We don't know about that one that much. The Wolves game, they were actually winning for 89 minutes of it. They really should have won it. They did struggle, but you know, they, they still conceded 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the match. So ultimately they lost. And then Aston Villa, you could say, were just a better team. Tottenham weren't bad for the first 45 minutes, but it just unravelled really quickly, and Douglas Luiz unlocked them masterfully. Now, what's important to remember about Tottenham going into this quick video, quick discussion, there's going to be a bigger one coming tomorrow, like a big one, um, is that Tottenham, what were their ambitions going into this season? Were they thinking, we want top four, we want to win the league, we're competing for mid-table just to build up stability to then build into a higher position next season? They've gone through all three in the space of 13 weeks. And that's the problem. Now, no one knows where their ambitions are. No one knows where they need to be aiming for. Are Tottenham still competing for the league? I don't think they are. Are Tottenham competing for top four? Yes. But if they don't get a hold of these injuries and get a hold of this crisis they're going through, it could unravel really quickly. But if they finished in the Europa League, would the fans be disappointed? Arguably, because of how well the season started. Ultimately, I think that's the aim. I think they back into European football and start building their way back up. Now, context is important here again. They lost Kane in the summer. They lost their best player, the player who was carrying them for seasons at a time with 30 plus goals. And they've lost him to Bayern Munich. They've had to adapt their system with very little players coming in to support that role. They've had to get the best out of Richarlison, brought in Brennan Johnson, James Maddison. Not many players who can assist that forward line, and they've actually done very well. They went the first 10 games unbeaten. I think Postecoglou won the first 3 Manager of the Month awards, which has never been done before. And they were flying. But they've then suffered injuries, lots and lots of injuries. Mickey van der Ven, arguably sign of the summer for them, has gone out. James Maddison, who I think is sign of the summer, he's out with injury. Benton Kerr's out now for another 3 months. Pepe Sarr's gone down with injury. Richarlison's been injured. Perisic got injured in pre-season or towards the end of last season. They're losing players left, right, and centre, and that's fine if you're a squad that has players capable of backing it up, i.e., a Man City, i.e., a Chelsea at points, i.e., Liverpool in some positions. Tottenham don't have a squad. Tottenham have a starting 11 of Vicario, Udogi, Romero, Mickey van der Ven, Pedro Porro, Sarr, Basuma, Richarlison, Son, James Maddison. Beyond that, the bench has got Eric Dyer on, Ben Davies, Solomon, poor, poor backup players, and that's what's costing them. That's what's costing Tottenham this season is they don't have bench capable to support them. If a player comes out, who do they bring on? Oliver Skip? Don't think so. Højbjerg, okay, he's an all right player, but no need. And the injuries have caught up to them. And because of this fact, the question again comes to where does Tottenham's ambition lie? What is their target this season? Is it still that European space? I think it should be. I think top four is still something they can go for because spots 1, 2, and 3 are pretty much filled. Let's be real. Spot 4 is open for debate. You've got, Tottenham, obviously one of them. Aston Villa still going for it. Who might drop off? Manchester United, there or thereabouts. There's a lot of big clubs still going for that 4th place spot. Tottenham, arguably, other than Aston Villa, you could say are in the best position to do it because when they have their fit players, they fly. But the issue is the players never fit. So swings and roundabouts with regards to that. Postecoglou's system is exciting. It's positive. It's full of energy, and it's what Tottenham needed in the time when they lost their best striker. They needed an exciting style of play to get them moving forward, to get positivity back in the stadium, to get the fans involved. And that's what they did. And it is some of the most exciting football in the league. And credit to Poch for Poch. I'm sorry. Postecoglou for bringing this exciting system into place. It's what the fans needed. They didn't want the Conte, Mourinho, boring football. I've heard so many people, including Flav, say, "Look, this football it was the worst. I never want to go back to it." Postecoglou's come in with this exciting brand of football, and it's worked. But the players aren't used to that intensity. Players are coming into this extremely tough mindset of run and run and run and work and work and work and don't stop until you physically can't move anymore, and that's catching up to them. Tottenham now need to. I don't think the expectation was ever the title. I don't think the fans ever thought, yeah, we're going to win the title. I think the ambition was slowly work our way up, similar in the way that Arsenal did, eighth, fifth, second, maybe something along those lines. But they've overachieved so far, and now they have to have the harsh come down back to reality that we were punching above our weight at points. 3 losses don't overly concern me, but it is the only thing that does about it slightly is that they're in a row, because that shows that once these players are out, they don't have a plan to get wins. And the next game's against City, and I don't see the turn around there. And it's a shame because I would have loved to have seen a full strength Postecoglou side against this City team. It would have been really exciting to see. I think we would have got another Chelsea Man City match, but now with the injuries, I just don't see it. And they're going to come out of that with 4 losses in a row. That'll dampen anyone's spirits, regardless of where you are in the table, top or bottom. 4 losses in a row is demoralising, and they need to make sure that they change the system slightly to be able to achieve what they want. If they don't slightly draw back, it's going to cost them. It already has against Chelsea, against Villa, against Wolves. They need to. Postecoglou needs to take a step back and say, right, we do need to be a bit more defensive minded at times. And again, credit to him for sticking to his guns, but it's stubbornness at this point. And if they do keep losing and losing and losing until January when these players come back, by then, where will they be in the league? We just don't know. For me, the ambition of Tottenham should be Europa League, or sorry, the Champions League. Get that top 4 space. That's a great way to build on the squad, and then you have finance coming in to build on it. There is money there as well from the Kane sale. Buy players in January. You need more defensive reinforcements because Eric Dyer and Ben Davies cannot be your starting centre back pairing at the moment. That needs to change. So yeah, this was just a quick video. There's a really, really exciting one coming tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you tune in. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you for the next video. Thank you very much.